Oh, see, can you see what is underneath light? Was so held my life as the last gleaming was right. Who brought me a fire for the rabbit we were in this dreamland, and the rock is red glare, bomb bursting in there, gave to the night that the stars were still there, or silver yet wave, and the home of the free.
As I scroll through my timeline and look at the cringe, I take a look at the tweets and I seek sweet revenge. Cause I've been laughing and trolling so long that even the dime boy thinks that my mind is gone. But Greg ain't ever crossed a fam that didn't deserve it. He be treated like a pup, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you're talking and who you're stalking, or you and your stands might be lined and blocked. I really hate the trip, but I gotta look as I joke. I see myself in the Twitter smoke, fool. I'm the kind of micro little Hilters wanna be like on my knees in the night. Pray to Micah in the set light. Look at the situation they got me facing. I can't live a normal life. I was raised by the stream, so I gotta be down with the stream team. Too much theory watching got me chasing dreams. I'm an educated goon with Gator on my mind. Got my micro in my hand and a gleam in my eye. I'm a loped out Hilter, set edge and banger, and my lawyer's down, so don't arouse my anger, fool. Man ain't nothing but a heartbeat away. I'm living life, do or die. What can I say? I'm 39 now, but will I live to see 45? The way things is going, we gon' thrive. Get it on the mic, micro and the gated. Won't have to come and get this up. Everybody's running, but life of them ain't looking. We got Don in the kitchen, but I don't know what's cooking. They say I gotta burn, but Pope's here to preach 7. If they can't understand it, how can they reach heaven? I guess they can't, I guess they won't, I guess they cunts. That's why I know my wife is out of fucks.
Don, Gator, and all you fans of Our Hilt's Hurt, this is James Faulkner, perhaps better known to all of you as Lord Randall Tarley, the master of Hornhill, the greatest general in Westeros. Now, I must tell you that a raven has arrived here at Hornhill today, and the raven bears a message. And if you would bear with me for a moment, just wait a moment, I would take enormous pleasure in reading it to you. Raven! Raven! Come here. Wake up, come here and bring me the message. Come on, stop flying around, for goodness sake. Thank you very much. Here it is. Lord Randall Tarley, the master of Hornhill. You've dribbled on this, for goodness sake. Next time you carry messages to me, you wipe your beak, right? Let's see what it says. Aha! Apparently, Our Hilt's Hurt make Game of Thrones videos. And there are now more than 27,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. Hello, everybody. And you're celebrating a milestone now, because you've been broadcasting for 2 years, which is brilliant. Well done, you. A word of warning. Beware of Junius. And beware of the spider. Happy celebrations to you all. Have a wonderful time. Make sure that the celebration is explosive.
Each of you has left behind a life to answer this call, a life to which you might never return. If you survive, you will be transformed. Some of you may welcome the prospect of change. With these 2 dragons added to our number, peace will be restored. And without bloodshed. God's willing.
Hey, is that long enough for you guys, or what? Did you like that? Should we put a few more in there?
I think that's all they want. Just keep it on loop there.
So. Yeah, sorry, it took us a long time in the backstage before, during all those clips. Don was just berating me because if you haven't noticed, it sounds a little echoey in here. He was shedding tears. He was crying his eyes out. I had to calm him down. I bent him over my knee. I gave him a little insertion, not a spanking, just an insertion, the way he likes it, and all is good now. We mended it. Okay, we're good.
I think we should just stop the channel. I don't want to do this anymore if you're just not going to have good audio quality for the listeners here. You just literally said, okay, fine, I'll get a blanket and throw it over my head. It should be fine.
Oh, yeah, dude, this, no joke. Listen, I'll try not to dwell too much before the stream starts here, but
I wonder if he's listening right now. I
don't think he is, but shame. Yeah, message us if you're listening to this. But on our old channel, we used to like try to get some of our friends from real life to record with us or whatever. Just another voice in the equation because they like the same kind of content that we do, right?
Too. Like, yeah, we know them.
Yeah,
we should be able to hang. Yeah,
at least in real life, we have chemistry with them. You put them behind a mic, and suddenly it's like, fuck it. I can't even describe it. But anyway,
yeah, it's like you're getting a rectal exam or something. They're like, oh, they freeze up and they clench up, and they're not.
He sounded like. Right, exactly. He sounded like he was echoey though, right? He kind of sounds like I do now, except way worse, way worse. Yep. It's like he's in a bathroom and the microphone's on one end of the bathroom, and he's like in the shower with the curtain closed, trying to talk to the mic on the other side of the room. Right. And so we said, like, hey, dude, use a blanket to help you buffer the mic sound, right? Use a blanket. And then he like goes and gets a blanket, and he's like, all right, how's this? It's even worse now. It's even worse. It's like, what the hell did you do? He's like, well, I'm under the blanket, and I thought, no way. I'm just going to ask this. There's no way this is true, but I'm going to ask anyway just to rule it out. I said, is the mic under the blanket with you? And he said, no. I'm like, so you're telling me that you're sitting there, a blanket over your head, you can't see anything, and the mic is on the outside of the, what do you think that's doing?
Yeah, it just made me question everything about him.
It's the stupidest thing. I don't think of him the same to this day. I hope you're listening. I don't even want to say the abbreviation of your name, but
and prove us wrong. Show us why you're not that. Be very funny. Dude, stop teasing premature ejection. Come back. You see that from Space Boat?
Yes, I see it.
Listen, if we ever, like we said, this is ever full time, for sure, that's coming back in some form or fashion.
Yes, yeah. Dude, come on, full time YouTube premature ejection every week for sure.
I just saw this real quick. Yo, Dom boy, congrats on the babe. My wife and I have our 4-month-old. We have a 4-month-old. Yeah, mine's about 2 months right now. Hope you're sleeping well, better. Yeah, listen, I'm not sleeping better. Well, I'm actually sleeping okay. My wife is not sleeping better. She's the one staying at home here. And speaking of babies, I don't think you'll be here in the chat right now, but Juby, if you're in the Discord, unofficial Discord, which is in the description of this video, and I'm sure a link will be thrown out at some point on the live.
The unofficial Discord.
Unofficial Discord. Thank you, Gator. I didn't want to give false information out there, but Juby, long time. What is he currently Master of Laws? Juby and his wife. Yep. His wife's going to labor. So, congrats!
Hey, congrats, Juby. Congrats, man.
Hopefully the boyfriend's there to take some of the weight off your shoulders, like mine was. It was very helpful.
Oh, dude! Hopefully that thing has some weight on its shoulders. I'm talking 2 heads, melee style. I hope that thing comes out with double header. There is a set of conjoined twins from Minnesota, Yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen her before, right? It's a double header. What's her name? Do you know?
I don't know. Is that the one, the famous doubleheader girl? She's from
the famous double. I'm like 90% sure that she's
a
from
redheaded
Minnesota.
girl, right?
Yeah, redheaded, definitely not good looking or whatever. But one of the heads got married, the other one didn't. So bizarre. Like how explain? That's true. Okay, it's my opinion.
That's bizarre. Have you seen the other one where there's a conjoined male, whatever, men or brothers, right? They're conjoined, and one of them's gay and the other one's not, and the other one is a gay lover. Yeah,
no way.
Yeah, he just sits there and watches just make out with this guy, which
dude, can you imagine like your brother moaning with some other dude next to you? Holy shit.
And imagine if you had the sphincter what's called nerves on your end.
I know, it's like
please no, we're not doing that.
Imagine the gay brother doesn't have any of the nerves either. It's not even shared. It's just like, just let me do this. I have to do it for him. It's like, no, no. Oh, anyway, the reason why I brought up the sisters thing, this is the last thing I swear, and then we'll start. But these conjoined sisters, they're teachers, okay? They got their degree, I think multiple degrees. I think they paid for 2 degrees, okay? So don't let that influence your opinion, but they paid for 2 degrees for some reason. Even though
they're one seat, though. That's kind of ridiculous.
I know, one seat, one like class spot enrollment. I mean, I guess they could do whatever they want, right? Anyway, they got hired to school. They want 2 salaries. They think they deserve 2 salaries for teaching 1 class. What sense?
No, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Yeah, if me and you were co-teachers, they'd probably pay for 1 salary. Well, what do they need 2 salaries for? What are they doing that requires 2 people? You know,
I know it's not like it's 2 full bodies of 2 metabolisms. Like it's total nonsense. I reject it, and I've seen so many people say like, "Oh no, they deserve it. They deserve these 2 because they're 2 different people with 2 different brains, and they think differently. They're offering 2 different insights for the children." Shut the fuck up.
I guess they have 2 separate houses that they live in. Oh wait, well, I mean, at least they sleep in separate beds. Oh wait, shut up. No,
I know.
I wanna. Dude, some of these people just need to be pushed into lockers and just told to shut up. Shut up.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people in this chat right now, speaking of Jesse the Fool, I just saw a super chat come up from Jesse the Fool.
Oh,
he's been pushed in the locker so many times recently.
No, you know what? I don't think he's been pushed in the locker ever, but he is the #1 guy I want to push in the locker, dude. I want to push him in there so fucking bad. All right. Hey, I'm going to read should I read some of these super chats first? Let's introduce the stream.
Yeah. Yep. And then I have an announcement to make, and then we're going to roll into this thing.
Okay. Let's. So first of all, a new member, Dragon X Stone, not to be confused with Dragon Stone. Okay, Dragon X Stone. Thanks for becoming a member, man or woman. Please be a woman. We need some here. Godhand 42. Just kidding. We don't want any women here. Godhand 42, 999. Robert S. Stannis as Chad Book Renly as Busy 3 the Beggar King as Eris the Rad King as Book Huron S, Joffrey the Gentle S, Stinker Bingus, Balon Wet Shorts F, Smelly Wildling Lover Mance Gator F. Hey, listen, base list so far.
Yeah, that's a pretty good list so far.
That's pretty good. It's difficult to argue with any of those.
I do like we've kind of created Book Renly as his own thing. Like no one ever considers Renly just by himself ever. It's just there's Renly and then there's Book Renly, or Renly and Book Renly.
It's kind of like Greg to me, you know, like we're kind of high on our own shit to the point where I now think of that as real. You know, I actually do. I'm not even just playing it up for the videos. I actually think it now.
I'm curious if I can convince myself to go back. It's probably hard to do so because you're on that supply of Greg as well. It's hard for me to like dose myself while you're also doing the counter dose to it. So
hey, why would you want to go back?
I don't know, because I do like the Hound, dude. I literally have.
Here we go.
For my wedding, that guy we were talking about, remember, Brainiac with the blanket. He gave me a poster that had the Hound on it, right? So, and then say with JB. JB gave me something with the Hound on it as well.
My wedding present was way better. I'm gonna go to the next chat here. It got me in trouble at the airport. Let's just say that.
Yes. Your wedding present to me. Yes, I thought you were saying like the one you got for you. Yes, it did.
Oh no. Yes, it did. Sam, I am $5. Gods be good. Gods be good. Hitler's. Why would I say that? That's so weird.
Would you say that?
I don't. It's so unrelated. Gods be good. Hilter's uniting online brings hope to this otherwise meaningless, hopeless void of existence. Yeah, I mean that's the effect that we were trying to have. So,
Yes, and also I see it all the time, and I'm trying not to get triggered by it because it's cringe to get triggered by things. But I hate whenever people are like, oh, "This is what 12 whatever, how many years without a new contact, without a release does to a fandom." It's like, shut the. We would be doing this regardless. Shut up.
Yep. I mean, wait till there's new content. Guess what? We're still going to be doing. We're actually going to kick it up a notch. If we just get like a bunch of extra free views, well, oh hell yeah, dude. We're holding back right now because the views aren't great. Godhand, $4.99. Should we rank Kings based on who has the best story? Oh, Don Boy, your favorite, the best character arc.
I love character arcs, and a lot of people really just have no character arcs, as we learned on our past streams. That we're like, okay, they really have nothing to give here. So I gotta give them nothing.
Before we go into the stream, we're thinking like, oh, dude, yeah, character arcs. This is gonna be cool, and it actually got a lot of clicks too compared to some of the other streams we did recently. And then we talk about it, and we're like, I guess, yeah, that's right. This guy's kind of one note.
Gendry, what's his arc again? Huh?
Oh, dude, classic dynamic Gendry, really deep character. Space Pope, $10. Where's the bloody Discord link? Gods be good again. We have Eternity to run and a history lesson. 1 Pope, 2 events. You think sloppy moderation keeps those in line? It's Hilt, and Storm. Well said, Space Pope. But you're not getting shit.
You know what link you're gonna get right now? Before I think Jesse's the next super chat up, so I'll just let him wait. I don't care if really blue balls this guy, anyways.
He's going.
I'm posting a link right now for, I think you probably see on the channel, but we have official merch now on our Hilt shirt. So if you want to get the Fear the Crossing t-shirt, which has the our Hilt shirt logo on the top left pocket, there's no pocket there, but it's like the kind of left breast spot there. Then on the back it says Fear the Crossing with everyone's favorite young wolf with his tongue out, because he's clearly not good. He's not feeling good right now. He's at a very eventful night. And then you can see the little tully fish there getting arrows in it. But yeah, Fear the Crossing now out. We've already had some orders, so I don't know if we're going to have this out forever, because I think we're going to rotate through with different merch eventually. But coming soon is our North No Forget shirts.
Yeah, that's so funny. To show how much we really care about the North, the First Men, and the Starks specifically. We think so highly of them. They're just such intelligent. What do you want to say? Strategists, right? And this really exemplifies
cerebral people.
Oh yeah, they're very, very cerebral. They're neuroqueers. You ever heard of that one? That was a club at my college I went to. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go to the next super chat here. But guys, buy these shirts. They're limited edition. Like you said, we're gonna rotate through these. Once they're gone, they're gone. You guys are gonna be so screwed,
guys.
If you miss it.
No more Fear the Crossing.
Yeah,
we'll probably have it out for a month, and then we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Jesse, $4.99. You better not put King Don and Gator above B. They are honestly pretty mid.
He's literally fucking asking for it too.
Yeah, I know.
You know, we're talking shit about him, not even knowing what kind of bullshit is gonna be spewing out of his nasty ass mouth. Here we go, Jesse. Dude,
imagine if Jesse's like just yoked though. Imagine if he's like the dude in the longest yard that had to be like kept in confinement. You know, that big Hispanic guy. Imagine if he's like that. I'd be like, oh shit. He is the locker.
Hey, someone tell me what's going on in the Discord. There's like everyone's like in the public little area. You guys just doing a little hangout in there, just circle jerking. You guys better all be in the fucking chat too. Otherwise,
yeah, get in the chat. Come on, get in the chat.
At least just observe it in the chat. You don't even have to interact. Just at least
you have to interact. No, you have to interact. Sam, I am member for 10 months. This is my monthly membership message. Thank you, Sam. I am Hilter, fellow Hilter.
I like Sam. I am. Sam I am always gives us super thanks on our videos.
Yes. I also like Sam I am. Thanks, Sam I am. Appreciate the super chat. Member chat, whatever. Godhand, $4.99. I just read Blood Meridian, and Judge Holden is exactly how I imagine Junius looks like. I think he could get cast for the movie adaptation. There are a lot of roles that I think that Junius would fit well into, and he would not like any of them.
Judge Holden, I've always thought as a way more intimidating individual than Junius. Junius is not intimidating at all. He's, if anything, just nothing. He's just if anything, it's funny just the way his body shapes sometimes.
He's sometimes, you know, he's pretty thin. He's actually below 170 now.
Good for him.
Yeah, pretty crazy. You know, he was over at my house the other day with JB and a couple other people, and I was going through my stuff because we were unpacking a little bit in my nightstand, and there's a hatchet in there, like a real hatchet.
Oh, here we
And
go.
I was like, oh man, I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do it. But if I walk away, like then I'm not involved. I went and I just handed it to Unius, and I walked away, and you could just hear he immediately started messing with people. People saying,
Yeah.
"Stop! Don't! Like, get that away from me!" It's just he's a chaos. He's a force of chaos. Everybody, all right. It's easy to stoke.
Yeah.
Unius with a hatchet,
Easy.
no bueno. Brendan, member for 12 months. No whites allowed shirt. Hey, that's actually, yeah, that's good actually. No whites allowed.
Yeah, no whites.
Or whites only. Whites only would be good.
Whites only.
Whites only would be
That'll
hilarious.
that'll get you in trouble. Whites only.
No, come on. If it's spelled like that and it has like a white on it, that'd be so funny, dude.
We have a channel on the Discord. Here, let me drop the Discord link because someone's got to do it around here, right? So if you want to join the Discord, there is a section in there to put your merch ideas, but I'm trying to like aggregate. I'm trying to like just get all the good ideas, but I'm more than willing just to hear anybody's cool ideas for merch. Because God knows Jesse the Fool and Space Pope are not helping me with cool content ideas. Oh, look at that. Mike Has Bad News did it for me. Thank you, Mike. Look at that. Here, let me pin. I'm going to.
Thank you, Mike.
Did I pin? Or I'll pin his. I'll pin his message up there. So go ahead.
Pin him up against the wall.
I wish.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway.
Worried about his knees. Otherwise,
I know. I'm worried about him too. Chud just bought one. Down with Bravos. Love you guys. Yeah. Hey, dude. Down with Bravos. Big time. We love you too, man. Absolutely. We love your towers. Beautiful towers and other behavior. Wrath. Yeah. Told you season 2 Peacemaker's dad would need a good lawyer. Hey, we don't know. We don't know what his dad's deal is yet.
Yeah, we might actually do the top trio. I think we could do the top trio or whatever you want to say. The top trio one.
We could. Yeah. I was thinking like I was telling Don, I was like, dude, could we do like in defense of the alternate reality? But I was like, doesn't really roll off the tongue, but we could do it. I think that should be really easy to do. Expect that one in the near future, I think, because for some reason our superhero videos are doing really well on that channel, and like the Star Wars ones just are trash. So
yeah, we'll send you over there. Yeah. The Kylo one we just did was one of my favorite recordings we've done in the last, like, I don't know how many months.
A long time. I like even on this channel, like it was actually just a good recording. It was fun to record. Like it was not painful at all.
Yeah, I was giddy. I was like tapping my toes underneath the desk here as I was recording it. I was.
You sounded giddy in the recording.
Yeah, I was like a little schoolgirl.
All right, 2 more. Noble Walden, member 14 months. Holden invades Unius's home Alone style. Who wins? I think probably Unius, actually. I think so. I think he wins. Yeah, I think he wins. I think he's devious. I think he's devious enough to win.
Yeah, I think he's willing to go there with Holden. Holden's like wants to get him naked, and Unius is already there. And
like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, he's just gonna call his bluff. This is the reason why I was trying to push out the content earlier, because someone was saying they want to wear our merch to convention,
right? And
then he said, while he's gonna be wearing it there, he then threw in later that, hey, actually he's gonna be maybe meet Quinn the GM, which I want to know if there's a spot for all these creators there, or are they gonna, or creators, whatever, content people like us, these little queers like us,
right?
If we could get a little queer booth, that'd be fun. But yeah, just say hi. Just say hi. We like your content. Hi, we like you.
Hi.
Hi, Quinn. I love you. Mwah. Do
that. Yes, that's exactly what we'll do. But yeah, dude, that's why. See, that's why we need, dude, the whites only shirt. So funny. He would love it. Quinn would love it.
Quinn would bust a nut right there. He'd be like, damn,
yeah, he would.
I got to get a cigarette and clean up after myself.
Sam, I am with $2. Can you explain to my boomer brain the reference? Which reference? Which reference, man?
I wonder if he's saying for Fear the Cross or
Fear the Cross. Send it in like the regular chat. You don't have to pay for another super chat. Just send what you're talking about in the chat, and we'll explain it. Or I'm sure the chat will explain it too. So either way.
Yeah, we'll address it. Same I am.
Gator H. Not sure what H stands for, but I have a good guess. 999. Say this and don't gape like a fish. You'll give us away. Wait. Say this in what? In one voice? Okay, whatever. I'll say. And don't gape like a fish. You'll give us away. I think Mr. Selmy is onto us, because apparently it's suspicious when you giggle about subprime mortgage. Oh, right. That's the exact quote from that stupid thing. Damn, man. What a crazy thing.
Do join the unofficial Discord. We had a good conversation about some crazy. What is that? Just Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire fanfics, modern day Sansa and Tywin relationship.
Yeah, but they're talking about this. Like, honestly, guys, if you think that Song of Ice and Fire, like mainstream continuity, is good writing, wait till you see some of this, because this is like it's not subprime. Let's just say that it is prime. Damn.
Yeah, the shirt. Okay, so Fear the Crossing, Lord of the Crossing is Walder
Sir
Frey, right?
Walder Frey,
Lord Walder Frey, not Sir. You fucking idiot.
Come on. Oh, that's true. Well, like, do you think he couldn't be a knight?
Yeah, well, I think he's probably in his prime right now. Let's go.
Yeah, okay, that's true.
And Fear the Crossing, this is like a reference to the Red Wedding, right? So you have the twins, the two towers with the bridge, and then the Tully
beheaded Rob, and then the Tully fish.
Yep. So I wish I could have gotten the crown to look more like maybe we'll do that on a re-one. When next time we'll get actually we're gonna be talking about Rob's crown later in this video.
Wow.
Stream, I should
Wait,
say.
oh yeah, what are we streaming about again?
What are we talking about today, Gator?
We are speaking about ranking kings. We just had our ranking of the 5 kings in a video from the War of the 5 Kings, and it got moderate reception. So we thought, well, we've been doing these ranking streams the last few weeks. What can we possibly do that's the absolute lowest effort content for you guys? And we decided, let's just combine our last video. We'll throw a bunch more kings on there, you know what I mean? And then we'll just keep doing the same formula we've been doing for a while. Perfect.
Yeah, last one was War of the 5 Kings. Which of the 5 Kings is best? No one's ever done a video before that. So shout out Fandom. Keep up with us. You'll never keep up with us. We're going to dominate you in every field. So then we thought, hey, well, dude, let's just add even more. So every person that was possibly named king, no queens. Listen, it's not Pride Month, so only kings within Westeros, within the main series that we get in there. So we'll make a couple exceptions here, but otherwise, let's start off with how we usually do this. We want to get a North Star and maybe a floor to this. So our top and bottom. Should it be any surprise to us who our top or bottom is? I mean, Gator, you made the surprising pick last time on this on our ranking videos on the main channel, or the main videos on the channel, that you put Joffrey below Balon. Is that correct?
I put Joffrey the Gentle below Balon. I did, but again, that is
L's in the chat for Gator, guys.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, you guys, listen. I hate to reveal this here, but I secretly love Balon. I've had a hard on for him. House Greyjoy is my favorite house, and not the book version, the show version too. The nasty, slimy one. I love Yara. Not even Asha. I love Yara.
Can I get my Greyjoy women to look like they just are obsessed with Subarus? Can I get that out of my Greyjoy?
Can I get my Greyjoy? Dude, whatever. Anyway, listen, no, I did put Joffrey below Balon, even though I hate Balon and I don't hate Joffrey. I had to think about it objectively for a minute. All right. I had to think about if these two were in a vacuum, they didn't have their perfect little hand-picked specimens. Joffrey didn't have Tywin next to him. Who probably would be a better king? It probably would be Balon, even though I hate him. I would want to hang out with him. I'd hang out with Joffrey all day. I'd chill with Joffrey every day, every night. Balon, I'm not even going to look at, but I'd rather him be my king than Joffrey.
Holy shit. Yeah, look at these L's in the chat.
Yeah.
So, do we want to go with our North Star, or do you want to go with a bottom tier here? What we want to say here for this ranking?
What do you have? I did it last time. What do you think is a North Star? I haven't even thought about it.
North Star is, I think this is.
Well, you know what? It's too obvious. Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Well, then this is my North Star. Then that's
really?
my North Star. Yeah, if anything. Or who would you say?
I mean, probably the first one.
Yeah. Okay, let's go with that, and then we'll talk about the other one.
All right. Yeah, we'll go with it.
Yeah, let's just do this. Everyone, come on, guys. Our North Star, S tier.
Yes.
Stannis Baratheon. Now let's, as much as we can glaze him. Can we criticize him? Is this a safe space to criticize him? Can we do a trigger warning for Manus defenders here? We might be just digging into this guy a little bit. His biggest L is his religious conversion to R'hllor over the 7, right? I hate that about him. Also don't like that he grinds his teeth a little bit. I think that's not a good trait to have as a king. It kind of just shows that you're frustrated.
Yeah, a little anxious.
Yeah.
It's true. And the whole the autism thing, whatever. Again, I don't think that's a weakness. I don't think that's a weakness at all. I think he's going to make him steadfast in his rule, become obsessed. He'll be obsessed with certain things. I think it'll turn out positive. But if you want to talk about criticisms, yeah, dude, it's the R'hllor thing. Like, what are you doing? You like fucking pagan? Like, what's going on? The book version of Stannis definitely made it seem like he was more so using it as a means to an end. You know, it's more like a tool in his arsenal rather than like something he really believes in, like on a divine level. But the show did not do him any favors. Like he really became like a simp for Melisandre and like a slave to the R'hllor, you know, Azor Ahai prophecy, which was just, that was just such a huge L, man, for show Stannis. But I don't consider that the true canon. So I think even though that is his biggest mistake, even in book, I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, the criticism of him being autistic, it's so funny because when people are like, no, he's not autistic, just literally watch him in that one scene. I think we mentioned this before, where I think in the TV show they have it be, is it Mathis? It's Davos's son, right? That's writing the letter.
Yeah.
And he's like, my loving brother, the brother I loved, or I forgot the exact quote. And he's like, take that out. I didn't love my brother.
Yeah. PR, man, PR. But that's honesty, dude. He's a populist. He's a populist king. I'm not going to put anything I don't want.
Dude.
Okay, well,
Renly's a populist guy. I feel like he's like, dude,
he's fake. He's
good
a fake.
here.
No, there's like the ultimate. What? Go ahead.
There's a populist on this list, I think, and it's not. I think either of these two, honestly.
Stannis is a populist without even trying. That's the thing. He's not even going to lie. He doesn't even want it. He's like a Sigma, dude. He's a Sigma. He's on his own grind. Yes,
yes. He's crunching up the Tylenol in his teeth there, Rizzler. I think that's what's going on. Mm-hmm. Stannis' mother took Tylenol? Question mark.
Yep.
Rizzler, good to see you. It's been a while. Unless,
but actually, it's called acetaminophen, and it was created in the 1800s, so it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how many times I've seen that comment.
What about? There was something else I wanted to say about Stannis. Well, it's his political ability to. What do you want to say? Shore up connections, alliances. That's probably one of his weaker aspects. His heir currently is not good. You know.
Who, Stannis is? Oh yeah, Shireen. Yeah, not great. And someday we will be doing an analyzing evil. Shireen. Spoiler alert for you guys. We will be doing that at some point. I totally agree. I mean, Shireen is super weak. It's not even just the woman thing. Like, I know that's a contentious issue in Westerosi history, but like, dude, no way. It's way beyond that. If she was exactly the same traits that she was, but a boy, it would be just as bad. She just sucks. She's too passive. She's got a skin condition. I mean, gross. Would you ever vote for a president that has like eczema or like, you know, psoriasis? I think not.
Oh, dude. The October surprise, they just lift up his pant leg. But this throws up.
Not good.
Yeah. The other thing I don't like about Stannis, which is it's very small, but he comes into power just because he's inheriting it. It's way cooler when you're like Robert, or some of these other kings who just decide I'm going to become king. I'm manifesting my claim right now versus Stannis, who's like, no, I mean, if Joffrey was the true heir, it should go to Joffrey. That's the right way. You know, I'm by the rules.
Yeah, I mean, see, sort of. I don't know. This is kind of where I think it's more of a Sigma thing again, where it's like he's not an alpha, really, because that's like I want to be the top of the hierarchy. Sigma is like I'm completely comfortable existing outside the hierarchy on my own grind, like doing whatever I think is right, and he just thinks it's right. It's kind of like in real life where, you know, the best like potential hypothetical leader is the one that doesn't want to lead, right? It's never going to happen, but it's like that's it's hypothetical world. So I hear what you're saying with that, but at the same time, you could look at it as a positive trait too. It's not nearly as cool, like you say. It's not Robert with his big throbbing veiny warhammer, you know, swinging around, caving in twinks' chests, but it's still appealing, you know.
His drip pretty good. I like his crown in the book series where it's like the flames, you know, it's around his head. He does not wear it for whatever reason. Dan and Dave are like, no crowns for anybody. No one gets crowns except for the people who we think are probably not worthy of wearing a crown. They get crowns. Everyone else that is probably worthy of a crown, they don't get it. Get it,
cringe.
guys? Is that ironic? Yeah,
Listen,
jeez.
the biggest criticism. I don't know why I skipped over it. The biggest criticism is the balding thing. He's got to embrace the bald fully. I think he's got to shave it. He's bald, which is great. The one thing I'll say is I don't think he's trying to hold on to his hair. I don't think it's pathetic. So that's a plus too. I think he just doesn't shave it because it's not in his like autistic mind to do it. He's like, well, why would I shave it? That's like that's extra work I don't care about doing. So, but in a perfect world, he would be shaving it. He doesn't have the hemisphere like Tywin, like show Tywin. It's all the way back. It's all the way back. You got to shave it, dude.
So who do you put down for your bottom tier king here, Gator?
Okay, for this ranking, are we doing it the same way as
this your bottom tier then?
Can
you see?
Yeah, I'd say so. Again, so are we considering like small council? Are we considering?
We can consider some of their small council, but or who they would pick to be around them.
See, this is what I'm talking about, though. This is why it sucks. Like Balon, for example, just somebody like him, or even like young Griff. When we get there, these people, you don't know who they're gonna pick. It's like a total shot in the dark. So you kind of have to rank them on their own in a way, unless you're just making your dream pick of who they pick. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I don't know. I think so. I think Big T is probably the lowest on my list.
Big T, Tom and Baratheon is the F tier. I mean, his like we said. Okay, so I think we got to consider something else also in this is who are they king of, right? So with Stannis is claiming to be king of the Seven Kingdoms, but he hasn't really like ruled over the Seven Kingdoms. He's really just ruling over, Dragonstone, Storm's End, and the Stormlands, and that's really about it. So he's not really been able to, do some of his actual leadership on a mass scale. Tommen has to an extent, way more in the TV show than in the book series. But Tommen, this is probably just because there's really nothing to him. Hey, he doesn't have an heir, right? His drip is like meh. His crown is big meh. Like what is this? It's supposed to look like a stag, but it looks so girly, doesn't it?
It's very girly.
Joffrey, at least, he kind of he had that I am gonna be not a thespian, but he was all about aesthetics and very looking pretty. But Tom, on the other hand, I don't know.
No, I totally agree. The crown is also very small. Like if maybe he's fully grown by now, but otherwise he's going to outgrow that crown super quick. It looks too small for him even right now. It's pretty bad. But the biggest problem with Tommen is that he is an empty shell and he's so easy to manipulate. And I know he's literally a child, but even like in the show version where he's like an older child, he is such a pushover. He's a complete beta. I'm glad that Marjorie was there, to kind of guide him a little bit. But you get the wrong person in there and it's going to be a total shit show. It's a bad situation. He's just a puppet, you can literally hear the air whooshing by like a dark cave because his asshole is so gaping for anybody's hand to go up there and start working him, puppet style.
It's too bad it wasn't Tywin, because if it was Tywin or even Kevin, he probably would have been a decent leader by the time or decent king, I should say, by the time he would actually be of age to rule by himself. But unfortunately, the only people around him is his mother and just basically mass turmoil within King's Landing as Varys is basically removing any person that has any sort of competency within the Red Keep away from him. I think if you go by that, yes, he's going to be probably the worst. Again, he's just too early on to make any sort of positive or negative. And I don't know. I'm trying to think what else I really want to say about him other than his unhealthy relationship with Sir Pounce needs to be almost put into question. It's not on the same level as Rickon Stark.
We need to magnify glass on that big time.
Oh, dude, yes. Get this guy. Get some Aesters. Get this guy locked up.
Yeah,
some questions.
It's probably better just to prosecute him now and ask questions later. Tommen is quite pious. Yeah, dude. I mean, pious maybe, but can you really even say that he's pious? He's just doing whatever his parents tell him. He doesn't have a mind of his own. Joffrey, now that's a pious king. We'll talk about that later.
Tommen, right? He big simp after Marjorie, but that's the only excusable simp. That's basically the simp pass you get within Westeros.
It's true.
Marjorie is the only one that you can simp after, and not get any sort of ding against you. But also the way he goes out, at least in the TV show, where he just takes a trip outside of his window. That's kind of pathetic, right? That's so pathetic. Guys, do not take a trip outside your window. Whatever you do not do that. Otherwise, I'll be super pissed. I'm going to punch something if you do that. Don't do that.
Oh, don't make him punch something again. You guys don't want to know what happened last time he punched something. I'm gonna read some of these super chats before we move on. 'Cause now we got our true north, true south. Sam, I am $2. Oh yeah, okay. I think I already had this up, but I didn't read it. It was too high level for my smooth brain. Thanks. Talking about the shirt from earlier. You are welcome, yeah. Sam. I am. You are very welcome. Crab Feeder gifted 10 memberships. Whoa. Thanks, Crab Feeder. You dick.
Thanks, Crab Feeder. I love you.
Yeah, I love you so much.
Bitch.
It just reminds me of how many memberships that Jamie likes to give us sometimes. You know,
where's Jamie? Jamie also nicely paid for that intro. If you guys don't know it,
I know.
I have to add that to it. I've been just so busy. There's a bunch of other intros I want to do for the live stream, believe it or not, of some funny introductions to the stream. And but one of them I want to do is at least give Jamie the credit for paying for Randall Tarley, Lord
Randall Tarley.
Dude, his voice is so good.
I know he's so good. He's executed immediately. Yeah, no, but legitimately, Jamie is like our sugar daddy. We love him. We would, yep, we love him.
First, I kiss Quinn the GM, and then I kiss Jamie.
Yeah, he's like our Lex Wexner or Les Wexner, and we're Epstein. So good guy. Godhand. Sure. Yeah, all right. Walder equals based anime old guy hiding his power level. Yeah, like, hey, I have not used more than 12.5% of my power in 600 years. It's like, okay.
He also almost fits the pervy thing. It's like, hey, I'm breedable. It's like I don't know if you say that about guys there, Mr. Frey.
Doesn't matter if you can say it. It's true. You know that
it is true.
Saucy Krabu. At what point will Don Boy become Don Man? What kind of a question is that? Does not compute. That's all I can say. Who asked that? Saucy Krabu.
Well, Saucy Krabu in the Discord, because we get a channel set up about me sending pictures of myself. I'll submit photos until I get a general consensus that I'm a man now.
Right. But, that one picture of Charles Dance. Remember from that last week or whatever? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
No bueno. Join the Discord.
That was
maybe see it.
that I almost forgot about that. So you brought it up. That is a rough picture. Maybe we'll pull it up later. I'll have to edit it first before we bring it up. But
all I can say is there's something that's so much more disgusting about a flaccid dick than an erect one. It's just way worse. Mike, $5 in Wakanda. We decide the best king by who would win in a fight to the death. Just an idea. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing in my 2 cents. Mike, this is why all Wakandans need to stay in Africa. Okay, we don't tolerate that barbarism here.
I'm replacing the pinned message again to represent the merch that's on sale. If you're coming in late here, got merch for sale there. You can also, it's anywhere on our channel. I think there is like a shop section, but check out the new merch. Hear the crossing. We're like barely, it's like, I think it's $20. It should be less than like $25 for these shirts.
Whoa, wait, it's less than $25. Are you guys stupid? Why aren't you buying all of them right now? It's less than $25. What?
Compared to other people's merch, that's a pretty good deal.
It actually is. It actually is. Rizzler 213. Stannis' mother took Tylenol. Yeah, we already talked about that.
Yeah, what the fuck, Rizzler? Why
you got 2 reads? You got 2 reads for nothing. Sheesh. Noble Walder $2. Shireen X Griff. Would it work? Yeah, I think we've talked about that before. That would actually be a great matchup. I would take that in a heartbeat. Again, in a heartbeat, dude.
I've seen some art of this as well as Shireen and Bran too. I don't hate that, but rather have them do with Aegon. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Because then you get the dream team of Stannis becoming king and then giving it to Aegon. Like, that's the ultimate.
Slower.
So fucking good, dude. All right, Saucy. Once again, $4.99. My new neighbor came over, introduced himself as Unius, and let me know he isn't allowed within 50 feet of his school. Does that sound familiar? It does sound familiar.
Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, it does. But there are many Uniuses that are on the sex offender list, so you can't be sure it's the same one. You have to describe him physically to us. Did he have eyebrows? It's a big question. How do you pronounce this? Niggle? Got to be careful there. Remember, for 9 months.
Yeah, you do have to be careful.
King Craster of Crasterly Rock. S. Yeah, you know what? We actually didn't put Craster on this list, but the only reason why is because it's obligatory that he is the true king. Like at least the true king in the north, right? But if there was like an S+ class, that would be Craster. So
he also never claimed to be king, though, right? He's never had any sort of title of king. If anything,
he's like the ultimate Sigma.
He's a god emperor or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Something like that. Rizzler 213 again. 999. Not on the list, but Viserys the First. Easiest F tier. Just look what he did to poor Jason Lannister, making his awesome spear look like shit. Yeah, well, he didn't make it look like shit. It sucks because when King V gets a little alcohol in his system, or he's like feeling extra kind of playful, he owns the room with Riz.
Yeah.
He owns the room with Riz. And if you're on the receiving end of something when he's roasting you, it's like there's nothing you can do. So yeah, I mean, I agree with you, man. It was kind of a scumbag move, but
which we also don't know if who farted in that scene in House of the Dragon when Viserys and Daemon were talking, and they're like the tapestries, haha, they're laughing. Also, you hear this loud fart, and it doesn't even come up on the subtitles of like someone farted, but yeah, there's definitely a loud fart. Might be King V. Fart on command, comedic genius.
Yes, it is. Sam, I am $2. Did Tommen get statutorily graped by Marjorie? No, I don't think so.
No.
I think Tommen came on to her.
Yeah, and Margie's never done anything wrong in her life, so
no, she still got her maidenhead. Noble Walder, $5. Yeah. Lady Dawn and Septa Gator. Oh, dude, imagine me in that little Septa outfit.
No.
Like, come on.
I want to be the Septa. What the hell?
Oh, okay, wait, you're not. Well, you know what? Maybe we can both be Septa. We'll trade off. I don't want to wear a dress, though. I just want to wear that little Septa outfit. How would you set up Tommen without Marjorie getting her claws on him? How would you set him up? Like set him up with a woman?
How would you set up Tommen without Marjorie getting her claws?
Or like set him up to be like a good king or whatever? I mean, if the goal is not to get Marjorie, if you have her claws on her, kill Marjorie.
Yeah, that's hard. If anything, you have to just say like, hey, Marjorie's your queen or princess to be wed, but she has to stay, far apart until actually you're of age to rule. And listen, he's got to get a good boy time, If he at a young age is obsessed with women and then Tang the whole time, it's really easy to get down that line of thinking and only driven by that reward between Marjorie's legs. But if he's just thinking about playing with the boys, the fellas, having a good time, like Robert was, and like, yeah, listen, that can come later, but I'm more about going on hunts and having fun. You got to get him on that track, I think, first, and then he won't put the P on a pedestal, right?
Back in the day, like high school time, man, it's just reminded me, man. That's like, yeah, I hang out with girls, whatever, and it's like you're trying to get the job done or whatever, and doing your obligations. But what you really want is for that to end so bad, and then go hang out with the boys, go do pranks, just eat like a bunch of food, like play Halo, like whatever. Remember, back in the day, those are the glory days, man.
Yeah,
they're never coming back.
Make Eunice put all the Jolly Ranchers in his mouth and sit there for at least 2 minutes and make his teeth turn soft.
Dude, we tried to get into Eunice's phone one time. We tried to hold him down. It's like me and your brother and like a couple other people. Maybe you were there. I don't remember. But it was like 2 hours. We were all just dripping sweat. Eunice actually was able to resist us getting into his phone because he did not want us in there so bad. We were trying to get his fingerprint on the little thing. But as soon as we almost had his finger, he'd like curl his thumb away real quick. We just couldn't do it. It was so hard, dude. Amazing what some people can do. It's like people that lift up cars, like save their kids, and the adrenaline is super like rushing. That's how bad he didn't want us to get in his phone. Robert Baratheon's Big Meaty Warhammer, $5. If you got promoted to Hand of the King, but you had to serve under Ned, Cersei, or the Gunner of the Rock, who would you choose and why? Good question. Hand of the King. I actually feel like the Gunner of the Rock would be the best thing because I'm basically king at that point. Like if it's Ned.
Are you there? Did Gator cut out for you guys? Hello, can you Gator, can you hear me? Chat, let me know who you can hear right now, if it's me or Gator, or if there's something wrong with my mic. I hope it's nothing on my end. Okay. Yeah, Rip Gator. Okay. Well, while he's gone, because his opinion definitely did not matter, I think I'm picking Ned Stark here just because I know underneath Ned Stark, as long as I'm loyal and I'm being honest with him, which is two hard attributes or two characteristics of mine that do not come easy. As long as I'm of those two, I can get by. With Cersei, I mean, there's a chance. That's just like it's like falling into little Venus flytrap there. Like it's gonna taste so good, but I just know at some point it's gonna come. The claws, little trap is gonna engulf me and take me under. But is it worth it? It's kind of like the who did Johnny Depp have that whole divorce thing with? Oh, I'm trying to remember her name. She took a poop in the bed. What's her name? Man, I am having a brain fart on her name. But anyways, it's like her. It's like the Johnny Depp trial. Amber Heard, thank you, Rizzler. Yeah, Amber Heard is very close to Cersei. That it's like, listen, it's like top tier if you can get it. However, there's a chance that your life is going to be flipped completely upside down and get ruined. So, oh, he's back. Never mind, guys. Shh. Hey, what's going on?
Guys, what were you talking about just now?
Your audio is. I think you get. Oh, say it again.
What?
Nope,
Hello?
Nope, you're good now. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about who we want to serve underneath. I said Ned, you could. It's pretty easy if as long as you're loyal and honest. Cersei, it's tempting because she's very similar to Amber Heard, and the Gunnar of the Rock. Ooh, I think that's where you can get probably your most. You can make the most money and like move up wise is the Gunnar of the Rock. But I'm picking Ned.
Dude, I know. I think Gunnar the Rock. I think you can easily distract him with a bunch of goon material, and then you're good to go. You can do whatever you want. I feel like you're stifled in the other positions. I guess unless you don't want to do anything. The problem is Ned's going to actually want to hold you to the standard of Hand of the King because he's that kind of guy. But at the same time, he's not going to let you do anything he disagrees with. So you're screwed there. Cersei, I don't think she'll care if you fuck off. Like if you disagree with her, I don't think she's going to care much. As long as you have no power, she'll just have you killed, or maybe you can just, like I said, screw off. So maybe that would be the best one, potentially. But the Gunnar, I mean, he's not that bad of a guy to you. He's just gonna goon. Gooners will goon. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, as long as you don't have friends in court, like Janos Slynt, then you might get sent up to the wall. But then again, Janos Slynt was being a little stinker himself, trying to play all the sides there within the Red Keep there, King's Landing. Also, hey, real quick before we move forward here, guys should try to reach out to Christian if you can. I've tried to reach out to him. Seems like he's kind of dropped off the radar. Yeah, I'm kind of worried about my guy.
We're a bit worried about
praying everything's okay, but we need our constant drops of treasonous treason. Dude, treasonous treason. That's a shirt I got to make. I got to figure out what I want to do.
Oh yeah, dude, true. A lot of quotes.
Also, with the merch thing, it's hard because we can't do copyright infringement, so we have to like kind of get around it by like, hey, having we can't infringe the copyright, but saying like Tyrion, we cannot do that. But I want that, Tyrion.
Yep, Tyrion. I wonder how like liberal we can get with that stuff.
I don't know, but all right.
I'm gonna power through some of these other ones. We gotta get going.
Oh, we'll power through the choices. Make sure we give you enough time with your super chats. Thank you so much for spending your hard-earned money on us. Thank you.
Wow. Crab feeder $2. Tommen should have been spilling the storm out the window. Oh, dude, yeah, just like Aegon the Second, dude. Absolutely, Aegon the Second, first of his name. Remember that shit?
I don't think Tommen's making enough to export.
No, he is.
You think so? I don't know.
I think so. Maybe you just gotta ring it out. You know what I mean? It'd be a little more work for him, but he can do it.
Show me after the stream.
Yeah, okay. Well, he's not gonna get the distance. Servant of the Seven, $4.99. Say what you will about King Tommen, but he allowed the High Sparrow free reign to clean up the riffraff. See, again, did he allow that or did Cersei allow that? If it was Tommen that allowed that, I would be in a totally different world. But like Joffrey, for example, he would have allowed that. Okay,
he allows it, but it's not really under his action. He's not like, please do the Seven's work here and cleanse these streets, please and thank you. It's kind of just like, for all he knows, they could be doing the exact opposite thing, and Tommen wouldn't know the difference between them.
Yep. Probably B's big meaty W. When is Gator dropping his history channel on YouTube? Dude, if I had unlimited time, I would. And I'm going to be doing another one soon on Discord. But, dude, we had a little too much fun last time. I didn't talk about anything. I didn't have anything planned, but this time I'm going to have something planned.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. At least, loosely. I'll have like a topic in mind, and we'll just go.
Also, be sure, everyone should smash the like button right now, please and thank you. Smash the like button. Share this out with all your loved ones. They want to know about this stream, so please do all that.
Yes, they do. Sam, I'm going to buy 1,000 and flip them for $454. That is a good deal, dude.
It's a good deal. Yeah, good.
Yep. Nobody check his math because there's no need. It was perfect. Deshister, 9 month. Who is the George Floyd of A Song of Ice and Fire? I say Rhaegar. I'm trying to think.
Rhaegar's a good pick.
No, maybe it's like Rickard Stark, like Rickard or Brandon Stark. Because think about how much bullshit that their death kicked off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. I don't know. Maybe we'll do that on a members only video. The George Floyd of Song of Ice and Fire.
I'd have to take a look at Rickard's lips. Are there any canon depictions of his lips? I'd have to take a look at that.
Maybe Oberyn Martell, maybe a little bit there. Almost, but not fully there. There's similarities.
Too much acrobatics and talent.
True.
Rizzler 213 199. Dom isn't on stream tonight. Just submissive Dom. No, Dom is here. He's just he's kind of towering over Don and making sure he doesn't step out of line.
True. Yes, he is.
Yeah,
and he wants us to get going. So
yeah, right. And right. I'm very grateful he's not standing over me because it's scary. Wrath Sinful $2. Any man who has to say he is king is no king, dude. Wow. Maybe true. Maybe true. I guess if he has to say he's king, yeah. But if he says he's king, like, what if he doesn't have to say it, but he does say it? Yeah. That's still. Does that count? Space Pope, member for 10 months. Only 10 months. Don, I sent you Bright Roar, dude. Oh, did they get lost on the mail?
He sent me the picture we're talking about, edited for us.
Okay. Oh, good.
Yeah, we might pull it up later. Mike Has Bad News just sent the unofficial Discord link, so I'm just going to pin that right now. If you guys want to join the unofficial Discord, feel free. It's a bunch of stinkers in there.
Stinkies. Rizzler 213 199. Oh my dude, and fuck Mary Kill for $2. For $2, Rizzler. Oh, it's going to take a while. Gator, Rhaenyra, Alicent, and the Scepter Robes. Is it everybody in the Scepter Robes, or is it? I assume it means everybody in the Scepter Robes.
Dude, Rhaenyra's got it in the Scepter Robes. Alicent. If she had, I think we would just throw Rhaenyra to the side and just go after Alicent. But if they're all in the Scepter Robes, I'm marrying Gator. I'm fucking Alicent and killing Rhaenyra. So, yeah,
I think that's a perfect pick. If it was Don instead of Gator, it'd be in the same boat. Me and Don have talked about getting married in the past, and then just we have our other our quote unquote wives as beards, but
our John condoms, yes.
Right, exactly. Wrath Sinful $2. Bro, what was on Unius's phone, yo? Any thoughts? It's a really good. I think it's just a lot of cringe stuff, to be honest with you. Like, there have been times where we were able to get onto his Facebook and stuff like that, and we would like find women that he had been talking to in the past, and the conversations are just so painful because he's such a shitster with us, and he's like so assertive. But with women, he's just like becomes a total sub. He's like, oh, okay, like that's fine. I wasn't gonna like, okay. Did we tell the story before? I'll tell it really quick. But there was a time we got onto his Facebook, and we were looking in his messenger history, and there was this girl, and we determined from the messages that he was like talking to her at least somewhat inappropriately or something like that. Okay, it wasn't like super explicit, but we texted her and we just literally said send nudes. Like, could you send me a nude now? It was something pretty demanding. Yeah. And then the girl texted back and she's like, I told you I don't do that anymore. And so we're like, oh, okay. Yeah. So I guess this was happening at some point. Must have been on a different messenger service or something like that. I told you I don't do this anymore. And then Unius, who wasn't even here at the time, from his phone, like got this message. Okay, I should say this too. We deleted our original message that we sent. So Unius on his phone just gets a message that says, I don't do that anymore. I don't send nudes anymore. I think it was specific enough to where he would know what she was talking about in one message, which was great because this is like the perfect scenario for us, right? To Unius, it just looked like a girl randomly texted him and said, I told you I don't send nudes anymore, which is hilarious. And then we were able to see in real time what he responded back with. And instead of responding back with a regular person, anybody normal would say, like, what are you talking about? Like, I did not ask you for nudes. I am well aware that you're not. He goes, oh, I know. Like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
He just apologizes. Like, he goes, yeah, I know. I wasn't demanding one. It was like, it's hard to describe. I wish I could remember the exact quotes, but the conversation was just so perfect to where neither one of them knew what the fuck was going on. And we were just dying.
Okay, last Unius thing because we got to keep going here.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things we ever done to Unius was found a conversation while his Facebook was open. Found a conversation from like 10 years ago. He was talking to some person from high school, and he was asking about something, whether it was like something about his game system or whatever. It's just something random, and the guy replied back with the whatever he was looking for, or maybe it was like, "Hey, I'm not going to be very helpful." But this is 10 years ago. He responds, and with Unius's Facebook, we reply back to a 10-year-old message. Cool, thanks.
Yeah. It's just so stupid. See, this is the stuff we get satisfaction out of it. It's nothing. All of our friends called us so destructive and so like menacing when we're together. It's not true.
Look at them
dude.
now.
Just,
Look at them now.
Yeah, they don't have this channel, do they? Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, Chud 199. The Hilters are noticing. Shut it down. Bravos.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, absolutely. What I don't
Took out
understand
your
the
mic
reference
there.
is
They took out your mic.
What, my mic out right now?
No, when I'm saying when they did, that's what the
Oh
they
yeah,
noticed 'cause they
dude.
took out your mic.
Yes, those were agents of the House of Black and White for sure, dude. For sure. I'm gonna knock on my door before long. If they hear the next history lesson, they're definitely be knocking on my door. Rizzler 213 999. We need in defense of Tim Allen from Christmas with the Cranks, just for the impression. What's the impression?
Dude,
Is that too high? Am I doing it wrong?
No, it sounds
Go
good.
Okay.
We need to do a Tim Allen in defense of what is it? We need in defense of Tim Allen's toy Santa from Santa Claus 2 because that's my photo in the Discord. Ho. It's also my inspiration for let's see if I can change my avatar. Edit avatar. I think I have it. Yeah.
Who?
The Santa Claus one.
Dude, yes. For the Mad
Tim
King.
Allen's, as the Targaryen king.
Yep, based. I love Tim Allen. He did too many sitcoms though. He's got like a weird new sitcom now. Too much.
That's okay. Just too much sitcoms of this guy.
Well, I'd like to see him do something else, dude. Like him and Mel Gibson. Imagine that buddy cop. Oh, so good. Jesse the Fool. 199. Looks like my faceless man finally got. Oh yes, this is when my mic cut out. Yeah, dude, the faceless man. They're trying to sabotage me, man, but I know the workarounds. Wrath Sinful, $2. Craster plus thick wall the fray equals Azura High. Yeah, probably.
But why question mark?
Yeah, safe
exclamation point.
Yeah, assert that. Yell it from the heavens, man. Godad 42 199. What AI do you use for your vid thumbnails? We don't even use AI. Normally, do we?
Well, no, for the post I made on Twitter for it, when I was posting today, I uploaded on my phone. I usually do it on my PC, and I uploaded on my phone, and it gave me the option to make a video out of my still image. So maybe I'll pull it up here. Let me share it real quick. It was this weird looking AI video it made for a video, which is really funny though.
I'm ready to laugh. So
funny. I know you don't think it's funny.
I'm ready
but
to
it's
laugh.
Funny. For whatever reason, this was what they did. Oop, 1 second.
Okay.
This can't be nearly as long as the other one. What did we do last time? It was the
what?
Brienne of Tarth. Remember I was pulling that up?
Oh yeah.
All right. Starts off.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's weird. The first one I did, Robert just like burst it out and he just started dominating everybody, but he looked nothing like himself. So I was like, nah, I can't do that.
No, these are pretty. These are decent. Yeah, Joffrey's not making much headway there. He's just pretty much staying quiet there in the corner. So our original thumbnails that we started using AI for that like triggered the community for some reason back in the day when we were like doing like large titted, Cersei and stuff like that. That was with an app called Krea.ai. That was KREA.ai. And that was like our Liana one too. And it would do nudes. It would actually do nudes. It would basically do anything you want, and it would generate it for you like in real time as you type.
And we did not want it to be nudes, but we just wanted to get a little bit of the little eye candy for the fellas.
Yeah, we were trying to get like for clickbait, right? Of course, it was clickbait. So we were,
of course,
the easiest way to do it was to make it nude and then just crop it like as close as possible to like the areola cutoff. That's what those pictures of Liana that we used are from Korea. But
so that was your question.
Yeah, I thought it was a question. Loops. I never know how to pronounce his name. 199. Are Ironborn attacks false flags? Ironborn bank. Oh, dude, holy shit! I didn't even think of it.
That connection.
Probably. I mean, if you think about it, the Iron Islands are way too retarded and like resourceless to be able to pull off even like the pathetic things that they do. So I think probably yes.
I agree.
I agree. K-hole. Unius relationship status changes? Changes. You want like a list of all of them? There aren't
Has
that
it
many.
changed? Has it changed recently?
Oh, changed recently? No, has not changed. There's very few times where he's been in like official relationships. He's just had a lot of like extended, like situationships with women, for the most part. But yeah, no relationship status changes right now, unfortunately. BHV vlogs, $5. The one thing all these kings have in common is they would refrain from raping Sansa Stark, unlike Harold Harding. Yeah, I mean, possibly. All these kings, of which we've only ranked 2. Don Boy?
Of the 2, the kings that we've ranked 2, which ones would...
No. Never mind. I was just pointing out that we've only ranked 2 kings of all these.
Okay, yeah. Well, here, let's
he was just saying that Harold Harding would grape Sansa, and I'm saying maybe. It's possible.
Maybe.
I'm not going to discount it.
Well, here, do you want to talk about the biggest grapist of them all here? Or rapist? I don't know. I don't know if YouTube really cares if you say it at all, but
I know. We're experimenting with
this
rape.
guy has to be F tier. You don't want him to be F tier, Gator? What's your...
I'm fine with it being F tier. I'm fine with it being F tier. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm fine with it being F tier.
We were looking for a bottom tier, and you're like, "Oh, I think Balon's on bottom. I think he's kind of competent in what he does. He's a pretty good sailor. He picks pretty good times to do rebellions. If you think about it, Tom Boy."
Okay, I have made all those arguments exactly as stated, but I'll give you a different one this time. It's the same one I made in my my 5 Kings video that we just did recently, and it's just
you're
welcome. You look at the Iron Islands, and is it a place you want to live? Absolutely not. Is it a place you even want to think about? Absolutely not at all. It sucks. It's the worst. However, it's a homogenous culture. It is a unified culture. Everybody's getting like high on the same solution. There's no rebellions forming against the ruling house here, even though they're in like a state of like shanty. They're embarrassing, they're pathetic, but somehow the culture that they propagate stays, which means that there's some serious, like, I don't know if it's either propaganda or if it's just, creating a state, like having some kind of intuition where the people that you're ruling are crafted with the society they're going to mesh with well. So there's really just no explanation for why the Iron Islands don't fall apart under Balon, unless he's actually... that doesn't make any sense, because then the culture would still fragment and you'd have like a bunch of crime going on and a bunch of like rival factions.
Imagine if you get some Lannister settlers over in the Pike.
Oh, so base, dude.
Iron Islands, just taking it over.
It needs to be colonized.
All right, so Balon claims to be king twice, and I do have some respect for people that will assert themselves as king of either, whether it's the 7 kingdoms or even if they're a little area like him, he's just going to be king of the Iron Islands. But he does it twice, and both times he fails. The first one should be like a big enough L for him just to like never try it again against Robert, and they don't even win that many like sea battles. Like Stannis is able to just was Stannis really known as a sailor or like a naval like admiral, like a very intuitive, like, oh dude, I actually love the seas, I'm actually hyper fixated on the seas. No, I think Stannis just like was given the opportunity and he excelled at it and just crushed these Greyjoys when he had the chance. So the Greyjoys, they just suck, dude. They F tier. I don't know why you defend them. I don't know why you want them so high up. But
you have. Well, go ahead. What?
Well, if you want to do it, do you want to just do about his brother Euron?
Yeah, I was gonna say if this is show Euron we're talking about here, and I assume it is because you got the show picture. I don't know why. If we're even considering book Euron, I don't know why you wouldn't have the picture.
He has his cool crown on right now. That's a cool crown.
This guy sucks. He looks like Tim Pool. This looks like King Tim Pool. Okay, I know he's wearing a wig.
Like Tim Pool mixed with your dad. That's what I think he looked like.
Yeah, honestly, he kind of does. Yeah, that's true. A little bit. But he's worse. I actually think that Show Euron is worse than Balon, dude. Show Euron is fucking so retarded, dude. It's just way worse. I'd rather have Balon rule me than this Euron. You know what I would do right now? I put Euron Greyjoy, this one, in F tier with Tommen, and I put Balon in D tier, or at least above Tommen in F tier.
Where do you want to put Euron, you said?
You can keep these guys all 3 in F if you want to, but I put Euron in last place.
You're okay. Show you're on, but what about book you're on?
Oh, book Euron. I don't even know, dude. That's a wild card. He could be like S tier for all I know. I really don't know.
Well, I mean, like, what do we see from him right now? You know, like he
He
has.
runs a pretty tight ship on the silence. I tell you that.
Yeah, I was about to say at least he has some cool bits about him. What's Balon's claim to fame or any cool thing he does? He doesn't have any cool ship name like the Silence. It cuts everyone's tongues out. He's just nasty. Balon. He's just a curmudgeon sitting in his little. Balon's a curmudgeon sitting in that weird throne room area, or what do you want to call it? Area with the big fireplace. What do you call that area? It's not like the map room or whatever, but it looks damp and disgusting, even though they have a huge ass fire there the entire time. There's nothing cool about Balon. You guys just
I'm not saying there's anything cool about him. I'm saying that if between the three of these boys, I'd rather have Balon rule my kingdom because I think that he could at least have a unified culture somehow, some way.
He's going to rule the Iron Islands, maybe, right? He can maybe rule the Iron Islands. And Euron, I don't think, is Euron trying to like rule West? I mean, maybe Euron has a vision. Balon, I don't think he does. Balon's just like, he wants power. It's like a kid that wants to move out of his parents' place, but every time he goes out and does it, he ends up broke on the streets doing heroin and has come crawling back to mom and dad. That's what happens with Balon. Euron at least has gone out there and has done his own thing at least a little bit. Euron goes above him for sure.
You can do no way. Dude, okay, actually no, he cannot. He cannot go. Euron cannot go above Balon. No way. How do you figure that?
Euron go above Balon? Because Balon's a failure. We haven't seen Euron fail yet. Euron
are we talking about show Euron or book?
Yes, we're including Euron. Get Euron in the books too.
Are we talking about book Euron?
Yeah, we're talking about like it needs to be a mix. It needs to be a mix.
Composite. Okay. Yeah. Composite Euron. I might even put Euron higher up. I might even put him in like C tier because he's such a wild card. There's so much cool about him.
And book Balon does not change at all. If anything, he's worse.
All right, agreed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, cool. If we're talking composite characters, agreed.
All right. Let's go with here. Let's do this one. It's a good one.
Okay.
King Robert Baratheon as a king. I mean, he's not like he's a failure, but is he a total failure?
No, no.
He like I said, I want to kind of take into consideration the vision of his ruling, and if he just doesn't have a vision, I think that's his biggest thing. He just kind of just wanted to sit on the throne and rule, but he didn't ever have a cool, like I don't know, like hey, we're gonna conquer some other area. Like if he's like, hey, we're actually gonna go conquer Bravos, that'd be badass, wouldn't it? Have actually been some sort of like vision he had. I don't know. I'm stuck on the word vision here, but I don't see his vision.
I think he could do it too. I mean, we saw like you say, he's not a total failure. We see that he is willing to like hold down the fort. He crushes Balon's pathetic rebellion. Especially early on in his kingship, I guess he was doing well. It's just he falls into the alcohol thing, and the Lannisters really kind of come over and corrupt everything. So I hate to say like it's not his fault because, dude, if he's king, he should be keeping his ship tight. You know what I mean? So no matter what, it is his fault. But he's definitely not the worst king ever. I wouldn't put. He might be like in B tier or something like that.
B tier?
Yeah, I think he might be in B tier.
I want to take in consideration that way he got the throne was by destroying one of the most significant historically houses in all of Westeros, the Targaryens.
Yeah, it's badass.
And then once he gets there, he holds it pretty well. I mean, he holds till his death. I mean, we have one rebellion that occurs, and it was the most pathetic rebellion of all time. So at least he's able to keep everything together like that. But yeah, he had definitely left some things to be desired when it came to actually governing everything. So B, I'm good with B, just because I think there's maybe a couple here that I would go to. There's definitely one or two I think I'd go to A, or maybe an S tier here. But okay, do you want to go with let's go here, this guy. Actually, before we go into King of the North here, we'll go back here. Going to do some super chats real quick.
Yeah. There's only 4, so I'll go through them here. Loops again, 199. Deus, the Iron Prince. Does the Iron Prince really mean high interest? Oh, the Iron Prince. Yeah, Prince. Yeah, does Iron Prince mean high interest? Well, I mean, as we've established now, that there is a lot of Braavosi influence in the Iron Islands, at least on the high levels. You know what I mean? I doubt that the common folk on the Iron Islands have anything to do with it, but as we know, the elites get corrupted by the Iron Bank.
Also,
So-
a couple things I want to try to remind ourselves when we were talking about this is their drip, which I think we've kind of fit everybody in proper placements based off their drip. And then also if there's any kind of like what's their succession plan? And Robert at least had one. It was just kind of corrupted by the relationship Cersei had with her brother. But Balon, what's his succession plan? Asha?
Yeah,
It's
sucks.
kinda
Yeah,
pathetic.
none. Yeah, he's got none. I guess, yeah, him and Tommen. I guess that's why they're both the bottom, right?
Yeah.
Not
Euron
that,
could
not,
Euron
yeah, not
definitely
that
could go out there, but
oh, right, yeah. Not that Euron has a great one, but I mean, how many kids do you think he has, dude? He could just take his pick, legitimize one, and then go. So, yeah, the iron price absolutely does mean high interest, exorbitantly high interest. K-Hole, I meant you should have changed his relationship status. Oh, yeah, we did that a bunch of times. We tried to, like, we put him in, like, marriage requests, like engagement requests, relationship requests with people that he had, like, a past with and stuff like that. Like, really humiliating stuff.
remember the time we changed his wall, Eunice's wall photo to this like ripped cowboy?
Oh, yeah, like the gay cowboy thing. Mhm.
Yeah, it's a very gay looking cowboy. And then you can put nicknames on Facebook. And we put it to, in parentheses, I'm not gay. And then this
That's right.
It's of this like homoerotic cowboy.
That was in like the early Ram Ranch era, I think, too.
Yeah,
Yo. What do I see? Chud. I need to be commander of the City Watch. You need to be commander of the City Watch? Well, we'll just see about that. We'll see. You listen, there is a place for you, though. There is a place for you. No doubt. Crab feeder, $2. F Betalon. Sounds like a fucking transformer, dude. But yeah. Yep, he's F. Can't argue with that. Let's move on.
All right, so we're gonna go with Simp of the North, Robb Stark.
Yeah.
Okay, listen, his ascension to the throne, or his claim, right? He becomes king of the North because he's going to take. Are you okay? Did you fall down a flight of stairs there?
Yeah, I fell down the flight of stairs.
Yeah. He doesn't take even the throne or take the title of King of the North. He's appointed it by his men who believe in him and are kind of just sick of the South ruling over the North. So in that aspect, he's
Super
almost
based
by his men. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not King of the North. He's King of the North and the Riverlands, right? So that's another cool aspect that he's even better than his ancestors in that aspect.
Yep.
He has good military prowess, whatever you want to call that, because of his warging ability.
Warging, yeah.
They really didn't show in the TV show, which is kind of weird. Like, oh, this kid he just knows what to do when it comes to the Riverlands. He's just so intuitive to this landscape and is able to defend properly and find these little areas. It's like, okay, I guess he's just like a Mary Sue. Instead, there's at least a decent explanation in the books.
Succession, definitely nothing yet. But I mean, again, he's kind of like Euron, where it's like he's gonna make it happen. He has the phrase at his disposal potentially. He had what's her name?
He points John in the letter right before the Red Wedding happens, and
oh yeah, that's true.
Catelyn is pissed off. She's like, "Don't appoint him! Don't you dare do that!" And that was like a good it would have been a good riff between the two if we ever saw it develop past that point, but nope, they were not going past that point. Another shout out to the merch, Fear the Crossing. And yeah, so Robb, I don't know, he's as a leader for the battlefield, okay. Good people around him. Like I like when he had the Card Stark and was it Roose Bolton and the Black
John Umber.
Yeah, and John Umber all around him. Pretty good counsel. So in that aspect, good. But he just has these personal decisions that gets his personal decisions and his family gets in the way. So Catelyn being too close to him, which then released Jaime Lannister, and then the other thing of him getting horny whenever his brothers were killed resulted in him feeling like he had to marry Jane Westerling.
Yeah, very Tooth-esque.
Which, I mean, comment in the chat right now. Who do you like more? Is it Talisa or Jane Westerling? Which one do you like more? Who's your guys' choice? Who's the better? You can make up the criteria yourself whether you like them better because of the looks or the actual characters themselves. I kind of want to put Robb in C or B.
I put him in B. I put him in B tier. I think so.
Will Robert?
Yeah. I think below Robert just because he hasn't proved himself. I think that's but it's difficult to justify him being any lower, especially since we put Euron in C. Rob is definitely above Euron, probably. As much as I shit on Ned Stark would not be like the worst king ever, and Rob has that in him, but maybe a little bit more fiery, which is maybe something that is needed. Plus, like you said, his own people like appointed him, and these are Northerners, so it's difficult to put a lot of weight behind that. But like you said, the Riverlands are behind him too, and they're not exactly Northerners. So I think there's a lot to talk about positively. I wouldn't put him any lower than B. Let's just say that.
He follows the old gods, which is pretty cringe too. Which
yep,
I really would.
Right.
If he was
change.
Big, yeah, I was gonna say if his mom was around, he could definitely convert over to the new gods, or at least try to hold both. And
if the woman he's simping after, was a follower of the Seven, he would flip that shit on a dime.
What do you think of his crown in the books? They're like these swords pointed up on his it's like a very basic looking crown. What are your thoughts on it?
Well, I've tried to visualize this thing a lot before in the past, like whenever I'm thinking like, what is it, trying to decide if it's cool or not. If it's full swords, like with little like guards and everything, if it, depending on how ornate it is, pretty gay, honestly, pretty gay, kind of busy. If it's just like sword-esque points, right, that are kind of meant to represent like, okay, there's like a battle hardened sort of thing, like this represents a warrior / king, that could be cool. But if it's literally swords, like little mini, little letter openers that are stitched together in like a ring, that is so gay, dude.
Okay, we said B already for him, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Let's go with him. Joffrey Baratheon. Where do you rank your initial thought on Joffrey Baratheon as king?
Well, he's better than Tommen for sure because he asserts himself. And we talk about these similar examples or whatever in our previous videos. You guys have seen it, and I'm sure we mentioned this on stream too. But Joffrey didn't have a lot of like acts that we see, like decisions that he made without Cersei at all, without Tywin at all, just like his own instinct. Okay. But the execution of Ned Stark is super relevant, dude, because you need to understand out of narrative. And I know all you guys do. I'm not even talking to you guys. I'm talking to nobody because nobody but Hilters is going to watch this. So you guys all know what I'm talking about. But Ned needed to die. Ned's a piece of shit. Ned possibly conspired to kill your father. And then after his body is still warm, he tries to take the throne for himself. Somebody not even close to the line of succession. What the fuck is that? So I think, yeah, dude, he needed to die. And if that's Joffrey's position, the way he articulated it is perfect. It's like, I understand the mercy. My mother wanted me to have mercy, but, there are some things that women feel mercy is appropriate for because of their soft hearts. And as men, we need to rise above it and, crack some heads, bust some nuts, takes people to pound school. And Ned is first on that list. I think it's completely responsible. It's great. I think he's a high quality king. I'm okay with the crown. More in concept than not. Book Joffrey. A little bit of a
fashionista, with his.
Yeah, I got to look beautiful. So
he does look beautiful, and I think in the books he's supposed to be way more beautiful.
Literally beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Jaime, because guess who his dad is? Robert Baratheon. He's supposed to look really good, and even though the actor here I'm trying to remember what his name is, the actor
John Gleeson or something like that, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Gleeson, yeah.
He crushes it. He crushes the role, but he's supposed to look a little bit more handsome. Faithless. He follows the Seven. Very pious man, right?
Unlike Tommen, he's old enough to be himself in his faith. He goes to the Sept. He worships daily.
What do you think of that? His go-to boy is his dog, aka Sandy Clegane. What do you think about that with Joffrey?
Yeah, I mean, listen, if I'm Joffrey, and I see that there's a subservient little beta bitch who is willing to sell out his brother just to look good in the eyes of noble people and as a king, and I see that I could exploit this, and he's very physically capable, no, I'll appoint that guy for sure. I'll point that guy 100%. So I think he made the right choice to have Sandy at his side until Sandy saw fire and backed out. But how is Joffrey supposed to know that he's that big of a bitch?
True. I mean, he also sent out his dog to go get after one of the most powerful characters in all of Song of Ice and Fire, the Butcher's Boy.
Yes.
So, he had to go after him, which is, I guess, a pretty good feat for himself. Where do you want to put Joffrey Baratheon here on this list?
I almost think, no, what the fuck? No, what? I think he's in B tier probably.
B tier. Oh,
I think he's in B tier. Yeah, I'd say so. I don't
but
think
he does win the war, and he follows as much as he is like, what do you want to say, a little stinker in the Battle of Blackwater, where he's like, my mother needs me, I'll tend to her. He kind of pussies out there, leaves the battlefield, which
it's his
maybe
first battle, dude.
Yeah, of course. Like, we got to give him some sympathy here. But at least he does the other things well in his kingly duties that Robb did not. Robb. How much ever we want to say that Cersei ruins Joffrey's reign, I think Catelyn did way more damage to Robb's reign.
I think so too. And well, she yeah, for sure she did. But like the whole battle thing, that is a strike against Joffrey 100%. But if you compare Joffrey to how many other kings throughout time, like all these Targaryens, right, including like the Mad King, all these guys, very few of them were actually be willing to like go out onto the battlefield at any time and fight. Like you have your Jaharises and you have your Aegons. Well, no, actually Aegon the Conqueror, screw that. He's Dragon Boy, right? He would run away from a battle probably too. But not everybody can be like a Daemon, right? Not everybody can be like that. It's pretty common kingly trait to not fight your own battles. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do, but Joffrey wasn't raised that way. He wasn't raised on the battlefield like, Jaehaerys was, who trained 8 hours a day for the first 10 years of his life. That just wasn't his thing. If he was raised that way, I think it would be a totally different scenario. I think it's out of his control. That's what I'm saying.
And he never laid a hand on Sansa, guys. So let's take that consideration.
Yeah, he did not. No.
Honorable king. Got some super chats here, and then we'll move on to figure out which one I want to do next here.
Yeah, Sam, I am. I turned 35 on Friday. Being closer to 40 than 30 makes me officially old. So I have to go to bed early. Also make weird noises and smells randomly. You do? You make weird noises and smells randomly? What's wrong with that? 35? Holy shit, dude. 35. That's like pre-middle age. You're close to middle age now. You realize that, right?
Oh, man. It's so depressing to think about.
I know. Me and Don are, we've turned 30. And so we're like pre middle age. We're not quite pre-middle age. That's you. We're pre.
Yeah, it's funny. I looked at our viewing demographics, right? And a lot of them are people younger than us. There's some people that are our age, but a lot of people that are younger. Everyone should dox themselves and throw their birth date in the chat real quick.
Yep. SS cards for proof that you're a citizen too. Wrath, $2. Fortnite banned Peacemaker's new dance phase 2. Why? Because he does
is it offensive thing? It's barely anything.
Yeah, it's like 2 seconds. Hey, Don Boy, what do you think of the new intro, by the way, compared to season 1?
It's okay.
Yeah.
Season 1, the song's way more catchier.
Agreed. I thought this one was a letdown. It's mainly the music, because the dance is just kind of same old, but
yeah, it's basically the same thing. I love Tim Meadows in Peacemaker season 2.
He's amazing.
His every line is delivered perfectly. Hey, whatever, Ginger. What's his name? Ginger. What do you call him?
I can't remember what he fucking calls him.
Yeah, it's like, come on, man. You know what's going on. Like, just every delivery is like almost like he's smiling through the whole thing, and he's just shitting on him. He's so sarcastic. Yeah, it's great. I love Tim Meadows. Tim Meadows, underrated actor. He's
always been underrated. He's not in that much. He's like has B roles and stuff like that. Yeah, it's really good. You ever see what was that show? There's a show with him and this Australian guy from a show called Glitch or whatever, and they are cops. You ever see this show?
No. Tim Meadows cop show. Let me see.
Yeah, try watch it sometime. It's good. They have like 3 seasons or something like that.
Oh,
that
No
live
Activity.
action.
Okay,
No Activity.
You told me about this. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a good show. You should watch it actually. Anyway,
Tim Meadows in Star Wars.
Ooh, who is he?
I guess he's in the Mandalorian one, or is this something else I'm looking at?
Maybe he's a Mandalorian. I don't
know. Let me look this up.
Anyway,
it says he's a Mandalorian.
Ivana Jerkminov. Wag. Hold up. Big up to the cute streamers. Hey,
big ups to us.
Spank you very much. We prefer handsome, but
if you ever give me big ups in public, just flip both my tits up. Come up to me and go, Big ups.
Yeah. It's hard to do, though. They weigh a ton. They're solid muscle.
Get a running head start.
Yep, Saucy Krabu 199. How old was Gator when Don took his maidenhead? Oh, those records are sealed, my friend. Those records are sealed because Don will go to jail.
After the all-night grad party, we went over to my place, and my mom was like, "Who's in Don's room?" I see this.
This beautiful
blonde curly
this
hair.
beautiful blonde.
What is going
hair.
on? He's like, "Oh, it's just Gator. It's just we're up late watching Dragon Ball Z."
Oh yeah, dude. We popped on the Goku versus Kid Buu fight just because it's well animated fight or whatever. Like, why not? Drop right in, man. All right, back to the stream, dude. Back to the ranking. This is some important shit.
Let's go with a true S tier. Maybe this should have been our true North Star here.
Yeah.
Viserys Targaryen, King Viserys the Third. Put some respect on that.
Yeah, put some respect on
quote
this.
unquote beggar king. Dude, he's seen more adversity probably than all of these kings put together. This guy tried to at least get himself and his family on the good path back to the Iron Throne, but instead people just laughed at him. He got some weird agreement with Dothraki, which Dothraki will make payments on their own time, which I think the Iron Bank probably have never done business with the Dothraki because of that. I feel bad for a series. There's a lot of times where characters, I think, they are in an interaction, and I feel like they're Mugatu from Zoolander, where they're like, "Am I on crazy pills over here?" There's something in our last video. Oh, it was the Kylo Ren. Check out our new in defensive video on villain lawyers. But in defense of Kylo Ren, very similar to the series here, where there's a situation in front of him, and everyone just like goes along with it. But if you just actually ask yourself, like, what the heck is going on, you'd be surprised, or you'd probably be just as confused as the series and just as pissed off.
Yes, right, exactly, dude. It's hard to even comprehend it because it doesn't usually happen this way in real life. There's very rarely a situation where every single person surrounding you is like gaslighting you, but the gaslighting is the wrong word because they sincerely believe, what they're saying, and it's just wrong, right? Like, you so thoroughly disagree with every single thing that's going on around you because everybody's not on your side. That very rarely happens in real life, but that's what happened to Viserys. That's why it's so difficult to watch him, because he is just trying to get on his grind. He's trying to get it right. He knows what he has to do. He's gone through all these steps. He made a deal with this guy, by the way, with Khal Drogo. Okay, he made a deal with him. The Iron Bank, you're right, does not do deals with these guys because they do not honor their word. You know what they do? The Iron Bank, they basically they lobby Westeros to have battles and wars over in the Dothraki Sea area and create all these displaced Dothraki, and then they lobby these same lords over in Westeros to take in a bunch of them as refugees. That's like the most they have interaction with the Dothraki. But Viserys, he's screwed over by these guys too. He makes this deal with Khal Drogo. You take my sister, you get this beautiful like blonde Targaryen, like, basically queen, whatever you want to say. You get your little stallion that mounts the world as a child, and in exchange, that little stallion is going to lead an army to put me on the Iron Throne. It's something that you don't give a shit about, so wwhy wouldn't you just do it? Exactly. Like, it's not like you're not going to be jealous of me when I'm sitting on the throne. You don't care. But no, not honored. I'd be so pissed.
Khal Drogo can't even understand why an Iron Throne would mean anything. He's like, is it a chair? Oh, why do people want chair? It's like, dude, you can't even comprehend like what true power is. The only thing that you have as an understanding of true power is just dominating either the person in front of you or all the immediate people in your vicinity. He has no understanding of actual rule and empires. It's pathetic. Where do you want to rank the series? The third A tier?
Yeah, I'd say A tier. I can only assume. I mean, he's a hothead. He's a hothead. He's got some Targaryen blood. He's no dragon, so nothing can really go wrong there. And he's not like the Mad King. He's not actually crazy. So we're good.
Or where do you want to put the Mad King in all of this? Ares the second.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to judge this guy based on his full composite kingship. Like, where do you think? What's your instinct? Because early king life, especially with the proper hand at his side and stuff, not that bad. And plus, if you want to go with the whole lore too, that like Bloodraven and these forces, possibly Helena from the Dance of Dragons era, is like in his head fucking with him, pushing buttons and loosening screws. It's like, if you want to go with that, it's not even his fault at all.
No, it's not his fault. And we don't know what was going on with the you know, I'm trying to remember the you know, when the rebellion happened, what was it called again? The Duskendale, right?
Which one?
Duskendale, yeah.
Oh
Defiance
yeah,
of
when
Duskendale.
he went little ham.
Well, yeah, when he was captured by them, and they're like, "Hey, we're gonna lock you up until you meet our demands." They're like, "Dude, you guys, this doesn't even make sense. This is this is a psyop." I feel like, right, a little bit. Like, why would they do that? They must have been paid by some person to mess with him.
I think we
Doesn't
know
make
who.
sense for anybody. Yeah. So I think Ares was a victim of other people's plots, and eventually he just fell victim to it because he's not invincible. He's not able to withstand all of it. But he's got he knows how to have a good time. I'm sure all of those executions of the Stark boys in the throne room was a hit. I'm sure, like, dude, that was so badass. The pyrotechnics, dude.
Well, this
When
is
you
where
pick your
people.
and it's such a funny bit too. Like, oh, you pick your champion. Mine is fire. Hilarious.
Yeah. No, well, dude, it's hilarious too. It's like, oh, you want a sword to fight back? Here it is. Try and reach it. Come on, that's hilarious. This is where the history is written by the winners, sort of thing, right?
Yes.
Up until Robert took that throne, literally the Red Keep, they loved this. This is the favorite bit. Everybody was dying. They recited it daily. They would always reminisce about this. And then Robert comes into power, and suddenly they're all like, "Oh, shh, okay, yeah, Robert, it was horrible what happened. We were against it. We were trying to get him to stop.
Yeah.
We were all just so scared we were going to be next." It's like, yeah, right, dude. You cheered it on when it happened.
Also, I don't hate we don't see it right here because this is the Game of Thrones version for whatever reason. It does not have a beard or long fingernails, but the long fingernails and long beard, I think it was just a fashion statement he was making, and it was going to catch on before the cringe Rhaegar was like, "Oh, my dad shouldn't rule. It should be me. Got cheat on my wife with a 5-year-old girl, Lyanna," or whatever age she was. She was like 5 or 6, right, when that happened.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, listen, the long fingernails thing, there's some utility to that. There's nowhere in lore are the fingernails so long that they're now like curling over each other, like we see in like these weird other cultures in real life. Plus, this guy, I think he had an extremely high calcium and protein diet. So I think these fingernails were thick. I think they were utility tools, like you get those things long enough. Like let's say they're 2 inches long. Okay, 2 inches. I think that's on the high end, right? Because they start to scrape off before that. Let's say they're 2 inches long. You can get some serious, like, tool working done with that. You guys, we've all been in the situation. We're trying to get like I can't think of anything specific. We're trying to get one item out of another item, and we can't because our fingernails are too short.
Or you could be, if you had to break Magneto out of a prison, and the only weapons you have are biological ones or ones that are attached to you. Having long fingernails would be helpful, right?
Or, dude, if you're sneaking up behind a security guard, like in Terminator 2, when Peacemaker's dad has to use his long metal fingernail to poke through that security guard's eye. Listen, if he's in that situation, got to boink someone's eye out, he's got great means to do it.
Yeah, I'm sure he just, after that whole being in prison, he just thought it had been way more helpful if I had long hair and long fingernails. So next time, I'm not going to be caught off guard next time. So I'm going to grow it out now. So Ares, we want to put him in high B, low A, S tier.
That's really tough between high B and low A.
I think he goes high B, and I think we move Rob down.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
We think about that.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I would almost want to move Euron down to D now, but that's only because I'm looking at that Tim Pool version, I think.
I think Euron, it sucks because the story's still open on Euron, what actually happens with him and his reign.
Yeah.
Because Euron could move up a lot or go straight down to the bottom and sink like a rock, or sink like Lodos to the twice drowned.
Dude, sink like your brother.
Yeah,
just down to the bottom.
He changes density.
It's crazy. Anyway, okay. Who's next?
Well, who do you? Well, let's see here. Well, let's go with going the Targaryen route here. Phaegon, aka Young Griff, aka Aegon the VI. Where do you put him? And I want to know, people in the chat, either comment B or T. Where do you think he's a Targaryen or Blackfire, or what do you want him to be? What do you want him to be? Do you want to be a Targaryen or Blackfire? T or B in the chat. Where do you rank?
First of all, he is a Targaryen. He is the true heir. So he definitely has some right to the throne right away. I like his attitude. He's fiery. He's been training. So he's kind of like, remember we talked about Joffrey, how Joffrey was kind of thrust into this role. He didn't really have a present father figure. His mother is a scheming, like incestuous person, Jaime wasn't really allowed to be around as his father much. So he didn't get the nurturing he needs. He didn't get the training. Aegon here, the true Aegon Targaryen, young Griff, he has arguably been training his whole life for this role. You know, he is going to roll in there. He's going to know what's up. This reminds me of a Jaehaerys the First. You know, you could say it's a normie opinion to say that Jaehaerys is a good king. I think he was a good king. Okay, I'm a fan of Jaehaerys, even though it's a normie pick. I think Aegon is probably the truest potential successor to Jaehaerys the First. So I put him high as fuck.
I like that he has like these like in the necklace right there. That's almost like the Conqueror's crown, right?
Yeah, similar.
Like he's coming over. I think he's gonna wield Blackfire, and if anyone knows anything about Blackfire, it's the sword that makes the king, right? What's the exact quote? The sword makes the king. Comment on the chat. What's the exact quote?
It's something really close to that. If it's not that,
king makes a sword. Sword makes king. King makes me sing.
That's see, we said at the same time. That's how you know that's what the quote is.
I like to see because they took Storm's End. That's pretty impressive right away. Like not a lot of L's on this guy. If anything, it's L's because he's sticking around with the weird groomer predator known as John Condom. That's probably the biggest L on this guy. Right
that's his stress relief. It's not that bad. I mean, I don't like John Condom, but it's a stress relief tool. And if he keeps him in that position, you know, he doesn't get influence in the court. I think we're just fine. Because the Stormlands thing, I forget. Let us know in the chat. Where's Edric Storm right now? He's not in Storm's End. He's somewhere else. I can't remember where he is. He's like in the islands in the Narrow Sea or something like that. Last time we saw him, but if he's at Storm's End, there's potential, just like setup for like a young Griff Edric Storm combo, which would be badass because Edric Storm could be our like perfect Bobby B figure, you know, in the future. He could be. So there's a lot of good potential there. I think based on this one picture, which this is my favorite picture of young Griff, his drip's on point. I think his neck looks thick as fuck. That tells me he's been training. I like his hairdo
crown.
Here.
He's ready for that crown. The weight of
he's ready for the crown. Well, he did his hair too. It's ready to have a crown sit upon it. I think this is an A tier for sure.
A tier? Okay, well.
Hell yeah.
I want to go through more of these before we end here, so I'm not going to argue with you. Okay, what about your favorite, Renly Baratheon?
Show Renly.
Show Renly. Is it D?
Yeah, it's D.
D tier. Not a lot to say about him. I do like his like whatever we say about Renly is going to be the same about book version Renly, which I also have here. I don't have the picture here, but if we go to here, I already put the show Renly here, but book Renly, that's A tier, right? A tier Renly Baratheon.
Absolutely. Yes, I would almost put him. He would almost be like the highest in A tier. He might even be an S tier below Stannis, to be honest with you.
You think so? Yeah,
I think so.
Well,
yeah.
Once you kind of really buy in on book Renly, he's arguably better than Stannis because he's no longer.
I know
he's following the seven. Everything he's doing is for like, hey, I got the fellas, I got Marjorie, I got the political backings, I have the religion backing. You know, maybe I don't have the claim as in like I should be the direct heir, but guess what? This is like how Robert took it. He took it by conquest.
So I know he's like the perfected Robert. See, go watch if anybody hasn't seen it for some reason, go watch our Renly video. Renly is not gay, because I'm serious. When you start to think about it in this way, book Renly is actually less gay than Stannis or Robert. He's actually the least gay of the three brothers.
Yeah, he's a good dude. And everyone gives him shit because he's boys with Loras. It's like, dude, chill. You just don't have a good friend. That's all it is. Like when like me and you'd always hang out and we'd be like sitting on each other's laps and my dad would come in and be like, you guys are gay. Dude, you're just jealous. You're just freaking jealous.
Yeah.
You
take off your shoes. We'll rub your feet real quick for you.
Classic. All right, what about Jon Snow? King in the North. He again is appointed similar to Rob. His drip is it's fine, just like Stark stuff. Do we think he's gonna be called King of the North in the books? Because in the TV show he definitely gets it. But you know, what is he really ruling over? What's his like flex, or what has he been able to really do before he takes Winterfell? It's like really nothing. And I guess he's not called King of the North until afterwards. But
the mobilizing of the wildlings is like a thing. But at the same time, you know, I know we're gonna come up on your boy here, Mance Raider. I don't think it's difficult to tame these people at all. I think this is a non-feat. It's like an anti-feat, if anything.
Okay. Well, John getting them, they're already herded. they're already brought together by the time Jon gets them through, right? And they already see that the White Walkers are like coming after them, so they're like, of course, it's easy for Jon to get them through the last, what do you want to say, 10 feet of this journey.
That's even
It's
more
easy.
pathetic, dude. Mance Rayder's like their king. He wrangled these people that were not difficult to wrangle, and then Jon Snow comes and he immediately like cucks and says like, "Oh yeah, I'll follow your lead, dude. You're the real king around here." It's like, no bullshit. This is about Jon Snow. I'm not impressed with Jon Snow.
Chill out. Just focus on Jon.
In a hypothetical world where you and I have talked about, if Jon Snow comes back as this like gray king figure, you know, where he's like this imagine, you know, Lady Stoneheart, what happened to Catelyn, that version of Jon, except, you know, it's not, he hasn't been dead that long, so it's not going to be that like visceral and that crazy, but he's definitely going to be more on a grind, more serious, more ruthless. That would be pretty cool. Not sure how he'd be as king still, though. I have no idea. Like, if you're talking a good warrior, then yeah, sure. But dude, king? Who the fuck knows? I don't know.
Yeah, John's like, okay. I don't see him being all that great, but he's also not the worst. He's very duty driven. I think he's way better in the books than he is in the TV show. TV show is like hyper competent when it comes to combat, which is kind of, I mean, it's character wise, it's a positive, but I just kind of cringe. Like, I really don't care that he's good at combat. I'd rather him just be more of a political person. Like Stannis Baratheon, he's not known as like a fierce, combat efficient person. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not like Robert. But Jon Snow is looked at as like, whenever you see this, and that's a sign that you're in a bad spot. Whenever you're watching people talk about the fandom, or not fandom, but the fandom, they're talking about who would win in a fight, and they have like Sir Arthur Dayne, Kristen Cole, Jaime Lannister, Jon Snow, and you're like, okay, dude, why do you put Jon Snow on this list? What
people do? That's a sign that somebody's only watched the TV show and they just like heard about these other names, because you can't possibly read the books and think Jon Snow is in the high ranking. I see, part of me just hates the Jon Snow suck off too, so I'm inherently ranking him a little bit lower. I don't think that Jon belongs. Yeah, that might even be generous for like a king spot. I don't know, but yeah, C is fine.
Okay, well, this is the person I was going to talk about early on. Was my S tier, possibly, was Mance Rayder. One of the best. I mean, this actor, I'm trying to remember what his name is, but he plays Julius Caesar in the Rome series. He's great. In the books, or in the TV show, he's a little more just kind of straightforward. In the books, he's a little more of a stinker. Or
I want to have a little piece of red on my clothing. You can't tell me I can only wear black. I want a little color, show my expression. I'm so unique.
Okay, that definitely is not what it was. The last straw, but it was not the reason. Like, oh, okay, I was gonna be fine being part of the Night's Watch up until this last thing you said. It's like, no, it's probably a bunch of other bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit. Oh yeah, it's probably a bunch of. If I can't wear what I want, I'm leaving. I took my oath, but I'll spit on it.
Bullshit though, dude. Like, it's and these guys, I'm sure he didn't even approach him in a nice way either. He's not like, hey, remember, we're part of this brotherhood together. There's no individuals. We have to wear the black. He's like, look at you. Are you wearing red? Or what did you get that from, your boyfriend? And they'll just like piss on him too. And they're like, oh, dude, I hate the golden shower treatment I get here at the. He's not at Castle Black. I'm trying to remember which spot he was in, man.
If he really received this piss, go ahead.
No, I'm saying he, again, like some of these other kings here, claims to be king by actually showing his leadership ability. And you said it's not that hard to get all the wildlings together.
Yeah, not hard.
No, listen. Is it easier to get a schoolroom full of children together, or is it, which one's harder? Like, what do you want to say? 5th graders, 4th graders, this group of children, get them all in a straight file line, like a single file line of just regular 4th graders, or of a bunch of special ed 4th graders that are just drooling everywhere and just shitting their pants, don't know what's going on. You have to get them in a single file line. That's what Mance Rayder is dealing with up beyond the wall. Yeah, maybe it's not nearly as impressive that he's able to convince them, but he's able to wrangle them together. It's way more impressive than stuff down south. Come on.
I don't know about that, because they're so stupid. I hear what you're saying about the special ed thing, but they're not quite special ed. These are people that have, like, they're living in misery up there. They have nothing except for their little, like they go to like their ice fishing hole. Dude, I don't know, whoever's been ice fishing, let me know in the chat. Ice fishing sucks ass. Ice fishing is not fun. Anybody that claims to do it for fun, they're lying. Ice fishing sucks. That's all they have. That's the kind of life that they live. Mance Rayder comes and says like, hey, I can maybe give you guys a better life. I come from, the South or whatever. You might not trust me, but whatever. Like all he needs is that little bead of trust. And now they're all in his lap. None of them are scheming. None of them are trying to usurp him. There's no politics up there like everybody in the South has to deal with.
Oh yeah, like the South. What would Aegon, as much as I love young Griff, what would he do if there's a clan of cannibals and he's got to get them on his side? What would his approach be to that situation?
Dude, call the Kingsguard, man. Call the Kingsguard. Say,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
extermination.
Oh, is there a reason why they should live? What do you mean? Why do we
I'm
need these
saying,
cannibals?
You don't, but like you need either men on your side or you're just trying to get everyone on board.
Okay, I see. Okay, yeah, you're right. Young Griff in the same situation that Mance Raider was in. Yes, okay, I hear you in that situation. Yeah, Young Griff fails. Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, who is successful? I don't think, Stannis is definitely just going to kill them. He does not care. It's like, you don't eat people. That's disgusting, which I fully agree with. But Mance is able to get them all. This is like the, to make an amazing reference here, this is like Squidward trying to get Bikini Bottom all on the same page to play the Super Bowl, whatever halftime show they do. You have people like, is mayonnaise an instrument? That's the kind of questions Mance has to deal with. Meanwhile, yeah, sure, you have to deal with people plotting behind your back in King's Landing, but at least everything's moving smoothly. Everyone has like the same goal. No one even has the same goal or even know which way south or north up beyond the wall. He's dealing with a bunch of idiots. Again, he is the Mugatu in that area where he's like, I'm just surrounded by idiots, but I'm able to make it work because I can play my little whatever guitar. And that's the most cringe part about him, is that he has the always wanting to be a bard thing, or he pretends to be a bard when, like, why did he go down to King's Landing to see King Robert when he went to go see Ned at King's Landing, or excuse me, King's Landing, the Winterfell. When Robert came up to Winterfell,
I know it was the music thing. I know.
Why
he
did
hung
you do
out
that?
in the corner.
Yeah, and the bard. Anyone that chooses bard in any sort of RPG needs to be.
He's the guy we're talking about. He's the guy who's gonna go and he's gonna pretend to be a loner in his like super unique, like, oh dude, who's that guy wearing a little bit of red in his Night's Watch uniform? Like, I want to talk to that guy.
Shit,
and he's over. He's in
on this red thing.
He's in the next room strumming his guitar just to himself, but like really he's like waiting for somebody to come in and be like, oh dude, that's so cool. Who taught you how to play? Like, how long you been playing? Could you teach me maybe? Like, what kind of song is that? Like, that is so embarrassing. That's him, dude. That's how he won over these wildlings, because they don't know how cringe that is. No. It's new culture to them.
His bard thing is he's trying to go underneath the radar and not draw attention to himself. Rhaegar, with everyone knowing he's the prince, is like, I'm gonna go out here and play my little guitar or whatever, his little harp, and hopefully no one follows me. He's, eyeballs, slowly looks backwards, hopefully sees someone to come follow him. Mance is not doing
Rhaegar's cringe too. Rhaegar's cringe.
Rhaegar's way more cringe. They're not one for one, but
no. See right here. Look at Crab Feeder. How fast can Mance sweep pick? He doesn't. Mance is just campfire cores. I bet you Rhaegar can sweep pick. He's got the resources. He can sweep. He's got the economy picking and going on. He can do all that. At least he has the skill to back it up. Mance has shit. He's cringe, dude. He's cringe. He might be an Iron Bank insurgent too. I don't know.
No, don't. What the fuck?
He might be a Braavosi insurgent. I gotta throw it. I don't know. Maybe. Who's to say? I gotta look it up. Maybe there's evidence.
No, Mance is the
no one's innocent.
The boy. Okay, hold on. What does the chat think? Comment.
Yeah, let us know what this. I don't think he's F tier or anything like that. Okay, but he's not S tier. Donboy wants him an S tier. No way, dude.
Okay, well, he is no lower than B tier. Here, this is the lowest he could be, but I think he's even better. I think he's either A, high A tier. Is it not? There we go. High A tier. Let's see what the chat says here. And here, do you want to go through some super chats? Well,
I'll go through super chats. I think
holy
he's
shit,
C tier.
C tier. I think
he's C tier. I think he is.
Here we go.
C-tier, dude.
I'm gonna start banning people. Thank you for making yourself known,
dude. Dude,
C tier. Holy shit!
I'm getting blood flow from the chat right now, dude. I'm getting blood flow big time. Wrath,
this is a video I'd like to do. Me and you can. I think people would enjoy it too. Me and you going after it on one topic. I think it'd be fun.
I know. We very rarely have like a super disagreement, so yeah, it'd be fun to do. Wrath, his arm movements are supposed to make a swaz. Okay.
Oh, the
gotcha.
Who's his name? Peacemaker with the little.
Yes. Yep. I gotcha. That makes sense.
It doesn't. He does it in the first one too. That's stupid.
And it's super based, by the way. Rizzler 213, 199. Dothraki got a combined credit score of 6. Wow, that's pretty good. That's not bad. Rizzler again. Come see some see Savage Dothraki. I see Doctor and Engineer. Yeah, dude, get them some H1Bs right now. Bring them over, man.
Get them over here.
Get them over. I want them all. Ares got owned by Rickard Stark. No, he did not. He did. He got owned and he had to take. He got owned by him like verbally or whatever.
Yes, verbally destroyed. Yes,
it was more of like a risk because that was like kind of the situation in the Red Keep at the time. You know, Rickard comes in there roasting him. Rickard, Donnie, basically Donnie T. Rickard. But like it wasn't decided yet because Aerys hadn't like responded, and so everybody in the throne room was like, "Ooh, like oh shit, like what's he gonna say?" And then what did he say? Fire, dude, flame on. And honestly, he won that interaction.
Yeah.
Jabatson moved from the Vale to King's Landing, and a Summer Islander helped himself to my phone. Gods be good and get Randall Tarley in here to clear them out. Yeah, yeah. I'm not surprised. You're lucky. That's all he took.
Yeah. Count the points of the 7-pointed star.
Yeah. Hide your kids, hide your wife from the Southern Islanders. Space Pope, $5. Aren't we going to end the stream with a little Bright Roar action? Yeah, Domboy, if you want to show this censored version, go ahead.
Let me see. We'll show very like right at the end here. But what are we doing here with Mance?
With Mance? Well, I saw
he's
more
IB
C's
that
than
I see B. A. I do see B's and A.
I see B's and A too. You know what? Honestly, B is probably a middle ground. I think we can put him in B. We can put him in the middle
compromise
of B.
Too. Dude.
We could put him in the middle of B.
No, not the middle, but top of B. Like he's a good
top
B.
of B. Bullshit. Yeah, B's for bullshit. No, he's not going in the top B. He put the Mad King above
him. You think
him.
Robert? You think Robert's better than Mance?
Did I say that, or did I say put the Mad?
You said middle. I'm just wondering how much further back he has to go in this freaking bus here, dude.
If it was up to me, he'd be in the back of the bus. No, he'd be way in the he'd be in the back of the bus, be in the cringe kid in the back of the bus, the school bully, but no one wants to actually hang out. He thinks he's the bully, but actually he's just the outcast playing his little guitar, thinks it's his choice. He's the outcast, but it's not his choice. He's a loser.
Yeah. It's Raider Parks here. Mance Raider Parks.
Yeah, right. Get
Stay
in the back.
At the front of the bus.
Back of the bus. Whites only, spelled WIGHTS.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see if I can pull this up here while we're talking about this. Is the pinned comment the merch? No. Here, I'll pin that comment real quick. Check out our new merch here.
Please.
We have limited time of Fear the Crossing merch. There's Discord link that was up. It's also in the description of this video if you want to join the Discord. There's also an invite there. There should be. If not, just refresh it. You'll see it. Let me pull up this image real quick. Is there any super chats? No,
there's none.
No,
what's up with that?
No super chats.
I know they don't even like us. Let's emotionally hold them hostage.
I hate this image, dude. I hate this image.
Oh yeah, it's so good. Hey, show the uncensored one real quick.
I think I have it saved somewhere. Let me just.
This is the last thing. After we show this, we're getting out of here. But thanks for coming, guys. We appreciate you.
Let's tie one.
Come on, get this up here. You never.
Okay. Never mind. I got to do his.
You got to do what? Here we got Rizzler super chatted again. I knew Dom would be bullied for liking Mance. I mean, dude, yeah. What is up with that?
It's just why is it so wrong with that? I don't know why it's so wrong.
He's a loser.
All right.
Dude.
This is the final thing we're showing, and then we're heading out. So we'll see you in 2 weeks. We'll do our live stream again.
All right, Chud, we owe you one tower allowance.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chud, and a history lesson. Chud. A long one.
Okay, get ready to hit the end stream here as we show this.
Yeah, sure.
There's nothing. It's definitely fully appropriate.
Ivana, spank
get it
you.
up. Okay, listen.
Oh, shit.
Okay, yeah. Hold on, let me.
Oh shit! Here, you got to do it quick.
I removed it. This freaking stinker here. All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. When we talk about some other awesome topics. So.
I see it right
I know. All right, you ready?
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yep.
I gotta do it this way.
Oh, you son
There
of
you
a-
go. All right, end the stream.